I'm going to live work every day and pay my bills. Well, what? What? No, that's not a life.
Can I ask you about a few other things?
Sure.
All over town, we see Moshiach is here.
Yeah.
Friends who are Jewish, not Jewish, say, "Who is this magical grandpa?" on every lamppost in New York City. It's become a real curiosity for people. I'm sure this is a longer conversation, but what made Schneerson such a defining force of modern Jewish life? What made him so different than those who came before and those who came after?
That is a long subject.
Did you know him?
Yeah. For about 8 years, 6 times a year, the Rebbe allowed the cameras to come into the Fabring, and it was broadcast all over the world.
Mm.
Satellite, uplink, downlink, I don't know what it was called. And he spoke in Yiddish, and I did the simultaneous translation.
Wow. To English, Hebrew?
To English. Of all the rabbis in the world, the Lubavitcher Rebbe goes on television. You know any other rabbi on television?
Not that I can think of.
Great speakers, good-looking, arrogant, confident in the synagogue.
Yeah.
Step out of the synagogue and they're...
No.
The Rebbe's message, to begin with, the Rebbe's message was totally universal. That already makes him exceptional. At the same time, he was such a hands-on father to anyone who needed him, which is an impossible combination. But he did it. Let's just talk about the obvious things. He became the Rebbe in 1950, 51. Never left New York.
I know, it's remarkable. Just Queens and Brooklyn, right? His father-in-law's grave, yes. Right, in 770.
And he never took a day off. Never. If anyone could explain that, I would love to hear the explanation. How do you listen to people's problems? How do you run an international organization? How do you take responsibility on your shoulders for life and death decisions, and you don't need a day off? In 40-some years? It's not human. I should say it's a completely different kind of human. And to some degree, the Rebbe brought that out in anyone who would listen to him. Rabbi Steinsaltz, familiar with the name? He was an Israeli rabbi. He translated the entire Talmud into modern Hebrew.
I remember reading stories about him. Yeah.
He ran a yeshiva in Russia when as soon as that became possible. He translated and wrote so many books. And he once said to the Rebbe, I can't do this anymore. He also had health problems. I think he had something. He said, I have to slow down. I can't. I'm doing too much. The Rebbe said, no, you're not doing enough. And he gave him another task. And he felt better. The Rebbe pushed us to abilities we didn't know we had. So people say, why haven't you found a new Rebbe? Introduce me to somebody like that. We'll consider. It was completely unique, I think, in history. We've had great leaders, but maybe it's because of the internet and the mass media. I mean, how much influence can Moses have? He went to the top of the hill and he spoke to whoever could hear. Right?
Yeah.
And yet he changed the world.
Yeah.
This guy said to me, I don't know if he was half joking or half, he says, "How do I get my name into the Bible?" He said, anybody gets their name in the Bible, they're famous forever.
Sure.
People who barely did anything.
Yeah.
Like this guy spoke to his donkey. That's it. Everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
So Moshe changed the world. I mean, there's no question. There isn't a place in anywhere in the world, if you mention Moses, that they haven't heard of him.
Sure.
Or Adam and Eve. Who hasn't heard of Adam and Eve?
Oh.
But the ability to communicate with the whole world, which was only possible in our generation, the Rebbe took full advantage of it. And he reached way beyond what a Hasidic rabbi is supposed to be able to accomplish. Besides which, there wasn't a subject that he didn't have an original idea on. Any subject. Medicine, science, whatever it is. He had an original take that kind of got right to the core of the whole thing. I'll tell you one thing. Jews don't give respect easily. We're very stiff-necked people.
I'm familiar.
So if people are adoring the Rebbe, he earned it. You don't get it for free.
I hope this isn't too controversial to ask. I'm genuinely curious. Why didn't he have children?
Asking me?
I thought I would assume there are I don't know. Did he just
Let me tell you, he desperately wanted to have children.
Yeah.
And that's a very, very sad note on the whole picture, on the whole. Don't know. See, the fifth Chabad Rebbe had one child. He became the previous Rebbe, sixth Rebbe. Sixth Rebbe had 3 daughters. One of them,
Schneerson's wife, right? Didn't he marry into the line? Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the previous Rebbe, who was his father-in-law, had 3 daughters. One of them died the year she got married, the Holocaust. The other one never had any children, the Rebbe's wife. And the third one had one child who never had any children. So this is a very mysterious.
So Rabbi Friedman, to give you some more context, I'm a filmmaker, made many films. I started my career embedding with neo-Nazis for 4 years. Wow. I would live with them and travel around the U.S. I went to Russia with them, France, Belgium. Made a film on my grandmother who survived the Shoah from Poland. Film did so well, we were invited to meet Kamala Harris, the vice president at the time. I brought that to schools all over the country, Ramaz and law firms, etc. And now we're thinking about Schneerson because what a great figure of history who's never had his story told in such a big mainstream way. And I also am, I come from journalism and a student of history, and everyone assumes in my world, in my Brooklyn, that the path is towards secularism. But if you look at maps, the religious world is growing and Chabad is growing. So all my work is always tries to be very open-minded and ask why. So I guess to bring it back to Schneerson, just one more question there was, what was his defining insight? What did the Hasidic Jews were decimated by the Holocaust, is my understanding. How was he able to regrow? What did he see? What did it mean to come from that moment, a near collapse to where you guys are now?
Which is one of the most impressive things coming out of the Holocaust and launching a project to fix the world. While the rest of the Jewish world was recovering and feeling very victimized, the Rebbe was saying in the 50s, let's fix the world. We don't like it the way it is. This is not the way it's meant to be. Let's fix it. And he was talking to a handful of survivors. Who's going to fix the world? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But as the Rebbe once said, from the time he was a toddler, he had these images of a perfected world. How do you go from a Holocaust to fix the world? You're the victims. Sit quietly, behave yourself, or you'll get in trouble. That was a big, you get us in trouble. And the Rebbe said, what? Fix the world. Whatever needs fixing in the world. Why aren't we doing it? Growing up here in Crown Heights as a teenager, I saw the two sides. The crying and the misery and the mourning and the grief but on Eastern Parkway, they were dancing in the streets. I said, what is this? And hearing the Rebbe say, let's change the world. I mean, for a teenager, like, you got me.
It's inspiring.
Oh, yeah. Teenagers are very idealistic. And to hear the Rebbe say, oh, fix the world. Irresistible. So that itself, just the attitude, the confidence, the chutzpah. You're the victims of the world. No, we're not. We're the fixers of the world. I mean, that's a man who was not affected. Somebody saw the Rebbe on television. He told me about it, and he says, I was just surfing, and all of a sudden there he was on, and I just sat there and cried. I said, why'd you cry? It was a farbrengen. It was a happy occasion. He says, I just never saw a Jew so comfortable with his identity. It just made him cry. This is not a survivor. This is somebody who is, you can't argue with that. No, don't be so confident. Don't be so optimistic. It was really irresistible. So the Rebbe raised an entire generation of young people with one thought: what can I do to fix the world?
I'll get into specifics with Yoni later because I want to be cognizant of your time. But my one last big question is, he passes in the 90s. Chabad is effectively leaderless, right? Or there's a council of rep. Anyway, help me understand what happens from then to now. How have things changed? What is the future? How does the community continue to grow and expand without this heavyweight around?
It's a very good question, because all the experts, I don't know what makes an expert, but all the experts said without the Rebbe, it'll collapse. It's over. Everyone. In fact, what happened was, after the Rebbe passed away, Chabad quadrupled. Literally. The number of Chabad houses, people today, just last week, a couple went out someplace in California. They never saw the Rebbe. They never saw the Rebbe.
Wow.
And yet, yeah, you're supposed to go out and fix the world. How is this happening? The Rebbe gave us a very big compliment before he passed away. He said, I've done everything I'm supposed to do, and the only thing left for me to do is to give it over to you. Big compliment. What he meant to say was, you know, you got the message, you know what you need to do, you can do it. So he did plan ahead. He did see the future. He created the future by educating us and planting it in us, and so that why would it stop without him? If what he was saying was true, and if what he was saying is good, and if what he was saying is inspiring, why would it stop? So people, the experts, misunderstood this whole thing. The Rebbe implanted it in us. He cultivated it in us. Where young people can't imagine living a life for themselves. Does not compute. What? Am I going to go through work every day and pay my bills? Well, what? What? No. That's not a life. Life means serving and fixing the world for which we were created. Why would it stop? So the key ingredient that the experts were missing is the truth. Like, for example, the Rebbe said to his followers, every Jew in the world wants to be a better Jew. You don't believe me? Buy a one-way ticket to a community where you're the only chassid, you're the only shomer Shabbos, you're only observing. There's no kosher food, there's no mikveh, there's no synagogue. Go there and see what you can do. In other words, don't take my word for it. I'm telling you, every Jew wants to be a better Jew. Stop a guy in the street and ask him to put on film. Because he wants to. So, is that true? Well, now we know. Yes. Yeah, it's true. So if it's true, why would it depend on one individual? So in a sense, the Rebbe modeled this idea. It's not about me. And Chassidim picked that up. It's not about me. We are created with a mission, and life is all about the mission. Otherwise, it's not a life. Who needs this? That is an amazing, psychologically, that is a revolution in human nature. It wasn't so long ago, people were debating, can a human being actually do something selfless? And most people said no. Everything has a selfish motivation. And the Rebbe said, what are you talking about? That's not true. If you enjoyed this conversation or this topic, and you're looking for more information, or you want to hear it again from another angle, there is a way to do that. And that is in this book. It's all there. Order it from Amazon. You can read it, reread it, and share it.